and welcome to Against the Fence. This is your latest UFC news with that real fan opinion, and what a crazy few hours we have had. A lot has gone on. The weigh-ins were an absolute blast, weren't they, Charles Oliveira? He misses weight and unfortunately won't be fighting for the belt. He's been stripped. Chaos in the lightweight division. Some might say early on there's a bit of conspiracy early there. I will get into that in just a bit, but stay tuned for that. Yeah, man, let's dive straight into this. So I've got a story. MMAfighting.com released a story basically saying in a historic turn of events, Oliveira became the first champion to lose his UFC title on the scale after missing weight on Friday, was in today, at UFC 274's official weigh-ins. Oliveira tipped the scales at 155.5 pounds on his first attempt. Now, I did originally read that it was 156, but then later on, he hit the scales at 155.5 pounds again after being given another hour to make weight. As a result, the UFC lightweight title has officially been vacated, and Oliveira will not be eligible to win it on Saturday at UFC 274. So it's causing absolute outrage on social media there. Some people will probably be slating Charles Oliveira because of this. Some people have been sort of curious as to what happens next, because something like this has not really happened before. It has once upon a time, I do tell you that. But it was back when the middleweight belt was vacant. Now, when GSP won it, he did vacate it himself, and the likes of Robert Whittaker and Yoel Romero contested for the vacant middleweight crown. Yoel Romero missed weight and was eligible to win the belt, but Robert Whittaker could go on and win the belt, and so he did. But you know, it's completely different to this scenario, because this time it's the champion himself has missed weight. Now, after some time and a lot of confusion, the UFC did put out a statement themselves and basically cleared up the situation as to what's going to happen. So as I move across here, I'll read it out for you guys. It says, Charles Oliveira missed weight for his UFC 274 main event bout against Justin Gaethje on Friday due to weighing in at 155.5 pounds, which we all know. It also clarifies and says, due to the weight miss, Oliveira will forfeit a percentage of his purse. That's pretty much standard if you miss weight. As of this moment, Charles Oliveira remains the UFC lightweight champion. This is where it kind of gets a little bit confusing. But upon the start of the main event, headliner tomorrow night, he will vacate the 155-pound title. The fight will proceed as scheduled, but the championship will only be on the line for Gaethje. If Oliveira wins, he will be the #1 contender for the vacant lightweight championship and will fight for the next challenger for the undisputed title belt at a time and place to be determined. So kind of confusing, right? Because this hasn't happened before, like I said, and the UFC have kind of like been put on the spot. Like, what do we do here, guys? They clearly had to have an emergency meeting to decide this. It makes a lot of sense, but then it doesn't at the same time, okay? Because don't get me wrong now, everyone's going to want Justin Gaethje to win now. Everyone's going to be gunning for him to win because we don't like it when fighters miss weight, which puts a lot of pressure on Charles Oliveira. But if Charles Oliveira now goes on to win this fight, who's he going to challenge next? Because, look, a lot of people would argue that Justin Gaethje should get given another crack, and it's unfair that, you know, he lost the fight against a guy who missed weight. So he should be deserved a rematch, right? So it sounds a bit crazy. On the other hand, you've obviously got Islam Makhachev, who's been waiting in the wings for some time now. We've been waiting to see him get paired up against Dariush again, and that fight hasn't materialized. So, look, if you're Islam Makhachev, you're licking your lips at this opportunity, and you're hoping, well, I guess either way, win or lose, I guess you can easily put your case forward for a title belt. But surely you'd be wanting Charles Oliveira to win this fight. Yeah, absolutely crazy. My opinions, I think it's probably the right call. You know, we can't have people, you know, not making weight properly and then just kind of not necessarily doing it on purpose. Everyone wants to be professional and make weight, but, you know, it leaves that door open in the future, doesn't it? Right? If one guy could get away with it, why can't another, kind of thing? So I think stripping him is a good idea. But I think this is another case for 165-pound division, isn't it? Are we going to see Charles Oliveira win or lose fight at that weight again? Because the UFC are going to be very timid to book him another fight at that weight class. We know what they've done in the past. They've bending fighters' arms behind their backs and tried to make them fight a weight class above. And look, this is a case for that. There's no 165-pound division, so I think 170 is too steep for Charles. I think he's too small for it. I really do. I think he would give a lot of welterweights a test up there for sure because of his skill set is so diverse and he's so good on the ground. But I just think those guys are a lot bigger. I'm personally kind of gunning for Gaethje to win now. I think your guys' picks are up in the air, as are mine. I think we're all kind of not sure who we're going to go for. Let's read some chats in real quick. Let's see. Bob says, from reports, it definitely sucks. There even is a scale behind that they're weighing first, and he came at 155. I hate to see it. Yeah, no. So Bob is very disappointed with it. Sure, he should have come under the limit to play it safe, but Raised Dog, welcome to the channel, man. Welcome back. He says, man, that's kind of bullshit to me. Philippe's in the chats as well. He says, Charles is one of my favorite fighters, and this sucks. Yeah, man, I must admit, literally, if you're a Charles Oliveira fan, this is such a kick in the teeth because obviously you want him to defend the belt. You want him to keep defending it, of course. And, it's not a nice situation to be in, really, wondering what's going to happen next or how this outcome is going to play out. He says, your nose is bleeding, bro. I don't think it is. It might be. There is a bit of a scab on my nose, but yeah, thanks for pointing out, bro. Taylor Young, yes, Taylor Young, I see you in the chat as well, as always. Thanks for joining. He says Gaethje knockout now. So, look, I think, how many of you are agreeing with Taylor in the chats now? Do you also think that Gaethje has a huge chance of getting the knockout? Because I do as well. That weight cut is going to have significant issues for you going into this fight. And yeah, I think it's a big chance. I'd say 60%, surely. Most worried about Charles having 2 hours less to recover and looking super drained, says Bob. Not even getting onto what his mentality must be right now. Yeah, I mean, look, surely things are blowing up for him right now. Massive weight on this guy's shoulders. Look, we might see him come tomorrow night looking like Jose Aldo did against Conor McGregor, that kind of mindset. But look, a lot of people have jumped to kind of Twitter fighters. They've kind of sympathized with him a little bit. Edson Barbosa says cutting weight is super hard. That's one of the reasons I'm thinking about moving up to 155. So look, even Edson Barbosa, who has, not had the best runs at featherweight, he's gone up. He was originally at lightweight and he's contemplating going back up there. And I think it probably would be a wise move for him as well. He's got to find his way back in that weight class. Michael Chandler also came out and quickly said, making weight is always hard, but thinking you're on weight, then missing weight, just to have to go lose more weight after you've lost your initial sweat is a living nightmare, both physically and mentally. So yeah, look, even Michael Chandler is agreeing with your guy points as well. We've got Taylor Young saying, if Gaethje wins, I wouldn't be surprised with a Charles rematch. If Charles wins, he probably fights someone like Islam for the vacant. Yeah. Look, yeah, Islam's been waiting for them. It kind of makes sense, right? You got Islam there knocking at the door and has been for some time. He also says, or Dana gives the title to Conor. Look, that's another thing, conspiracy. I want to get in there. There could be a conspiracy there, guys. I mean, look, if there's an excuse and a door in for Conor McGregor, it could be a vacant title fight. I mean, I'm just putting it out there because just people are going to jump on it. People are going to think about it at some point. It's coming to my brain. Let me know if it's coming to your brain as well. Because look, it sounds bonkers, and yes, it shouldn't happen. I wouldn't make that fight for obvious reasons. But look, Dana's going to find a way. Dana's going to find a way, man. Bob says, I can get the desire for Justin as champ, but his his fifth versus Islam is just gonna have no hype since we know how that is gonna go down. Ash basically agrees with Bob as well. He's going for Justin in this. Bob says Charles versus Islam, such an interesting fight. Yeah, man, I kind of hope, this is put such a downer on the fight because, like, we kind of need Charles to carry on winning, as bad as it sounds, right? Because if Justin wins this fight, it highlights how good Khabib is, or was, right? In his prime. If Charles Oliveira carries on winning, we're always going to have this kind of what-if kind of scenario, whereas, we would have loved to have seen Charles Oliveira take on Khabib. But because we're not going to see it, we're still going to live in this kind of speculating wild, this kind of what-if. And it sounds bad. I'm sorry, Justin Gaethje fans, but, part of me did want Charles to win that fight, and not only that, I think Oliveira versus Islam is a good selling fight. It is. It's much better than in Islam versus Gaethje. Really, isn't it? Taylor says, I'm finished with UFC if McNuggets gets the title. I swear. Look, man, I've said it. Philippe says, if Charles wins tomorrow and later this year, surely the fans will count that as a title defense, right? Look, technically, yes. It's only 0.5 pounds. Why could they not have let this slip, man? I mean, it's not like he was like 3 pounds over. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit crazy. I'd still make it a fight, to be fair. I would have done, but that's just me. It is what it is at the end of the day. Look, we all love the drama, and the backlash makes us horny. Ray's Dog said, I never say no to another Conor run. See, look. Ray's Dog kind of gets it because, like, Conor's the ultimate hype man, and we do kind of miss prime Conor of just chatting shit and chucking things around press conferences. We've not seen anything like it since. So, but then at the same time, I also think he's kind of a changed man. But hey, whatever. That's another topic, another story. Bob says, loved how this is stressing me out while my favorite fighter of all time, Tony, most likely will get knocked out in 24 hours. Well, mate, you sound so hopeful for your boy Tony. Oh man, have we gone down? Oh, we just flickered there for a sec, but okay. Well, if we are having problems with the stream, we're running through my laptop, but we'll be as quick as possible. Taylor Young saying, I feel for Charles as well. Charles got scary persona, says Ray's Dog. In my opinion, he's very remarkable in right hands. Yeah, the straight right hands are insane. Philip agrees with me with the 0.5. Sire agrees with me with the 0.5 pounds. Angus Jenkins, yes, my man. He says, can't believe he got stripped, especially if those hotel rumors are true. Oh, do you know what? I must admit, I've literally rushed back here to do this live show with you guys. I just went out to see Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange film, and look, my phone was blowing up in the cinema. Like, I couldn't believe what was going on. I didn't think it was that much of a big deal. I thought Charles would still be champ. Gaethje would just fight for the initial belt, and that'll be it. But no, this is insane. I just can't believe it. Crypto Knight, welcome to the channel, my man. He says Justin Gaethje by a knockout, so he's going to knockout as well. Angus Jenkins says, Doctor Strange was so good. Look, man. If you want to talk about Doctor Strange, get me in the Discord. Get me in that Discord. We can talk about it. No spoilers. We don't want spoilers on this channel. But yeah, great film for sure. Ash says, I said it was big. Yeah, I know, Ash. I know you did. I just didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it at all. How you thought it wasn't big? Yeah, mate. I said it. So I was saying, considering both are going to cake for the pounds, the second they step off the scales, 0.5 is nothing. Yeah, mate. Tia Masuge all over again. Khabib and on all those problems. He could have just at least not been unwell, Charles, right? Imagine that. Imagine that, guys. If Charles was unwell and was unable to make the scales. Because look, you would have had an interim title fight. But who would you have put Gaethje in there with? Would you put him in with Chandler again? Or would you put him in with Tony? Because if you put him in with Chandler, Tony's going to be pissed at even more at the UFC. We saw his interview with DC and the media crew, how much he was slandering them. Man, like, all I'm saying is don't poke the bear. I would have given it to Tony, but look, I know it wouldn't make sense, but look, it would have made sense, surely. Bob says the hotel news is that overnight the UFC... so basically you're saying they altered the scales by 0.5 or 0.8. Other fighters have reported on it, but nothing we can do. Oh, I don't know. That's another conspiracy, Bob. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really looked too much into that. I know people have been complaining about the scales. Angus Jenkins says, I think Oliveira should have shaved his head and he wouldn't have made it. He would have made it. Look, it's an option. I don't think he was going to do that, though. There's no way he was going to do that. Bruce Bob Trotter's back in. He says, Bruce Bob Trotter says, new nickname for Donald is Donald Crybaby Cerrone. Oh, man. Ooh, damn. Disrespect for the cowboy, man. He's a legend. Gaethje versus Lozon, obviously, says Angus Jenkins. Look, man, just give Lozon that fight. Be like, that's your retirement fight. Like, okay, you're not as active. We'll give you this one shot, and then piss off. No, I'm joking. Like, Lozon's a legend, of course. Bob says, yeah, honestly, if Charles was smart, he'd have faked an illness. See, Bob's with me as well. Taylor Young saying, I was steering between Charles and Justin, but I'm definitely leaning to Dustin. More hydrated in addition to stress. Charles must be under. Yeah, I think he was referring to Justin. Bob says, tomorrow can be so rough. Cowboy Tony Charles. All my faves losing in every sport. Ooh. I really want Cowboy to win against Lozon. I really do. But look, you guys have got to stay in, join our watch along tomorrow night because, man, look, it's going to be mental. It's going to be crazy. We're going to be popping off and it's going to be full of excitement to watch that main event. And look, to share that moment with you guys, be even special. Angus Jenkins' retirement fight, that's Lozon's being put down, basically. Like, what's that film? Is it Old Yellow? Old Yeller? Yeah, that's literally the same scenario with Joe Lozon. Right? It's just like, we're just going to smash the belt around your face until you die, and then we're going to cut you. Yeah, grim. Okay. None of that anymore. Okay, so I says, if he banged a size poo out, he'd have made the bantamweight. 100%! Called it! There it is! That's the one! Charles, you could have made weight. Just gone for a shit in that time. There you go. Look, learn from ATF. Weight cutting is now our thing. Oh, mate, we need to start our own nutrition company, that's for sure. Just let it all flush out. And then you'll definitely make weight. Bob says, unrelated, but Esparza is going to win. Rose taken down easily by Waterson, and Zhang, good point, has only fought strikers. Look, you're going to have to you have to stay tuned to our watch along tomorrow. We got an amazing breakdown on that fight. Some really interesting things to talk about because, yeah, the two have fought before. But look, a lot of things have changed, and we're going to highlight those things. So, yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. Shango V, welcome to the channel, my buddy. If you guys haven't done so already, please hit the like on the video. If you've not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button because this is a UFC fan channel where fan opinions like yourselves matter most. And Shango V says there is a claim about the hotel scale. So he's, referring to it as well, being reset, but it's not affected the weight in and decision. That's it's a shame. Surely, like everyone else, would have been ridiculously underweight then. I haven't really seen the whole results. Like I said, I've been to the cinema. But he says, shame to lose it that way. Did he try a haircut in the 60 minutes? Yeah, Shango V has just joined us. Yeah, we said he should have shaved his head and gone for a poo. But, damn, it's too late now, bro. It's too late now. That's it. All right, guys. You guys have been amazing in the chat. Like I said a second ago, hit the like on the video, haven't done so already. Hit that subscribe button and join us tomorrow night for the live watch along. We'll be in the house for the main card. Stay tuned for it. Hit the notifications on the on our channel to stay up to date, to know when we're going to go live, and watch the fights with us. Because that's what it's all about. If you guys sit at home and you watch the fights on your own, you tune into us watching it. You tune in along with other people as well, and you engage with people. It makes you feel like you're watching it with people, and that's what it's all about. All right, guys, you guys have been amazing. I'm JK. This was your UFC news. Take care, and we'll see you soon.